do is peel the backing off the grip tape. You can do this in two ways. You can do it like I do it in all one shot, but higher quality grip tape is a little bit stickier, and so sometimes if you're not straight on when you put it on and you have to take it off, it's a little difficult to get it off. But I always take it all off, or you take one part, put that on, and then slowly peel the rest off. So when you go to flip it over and put it onto the deck, you get it lined up on the one corner, the one side. Make sure that it's lined up so the whole board will be covered in grip tape. Doesn't really matter if it overlaps one side more than the other side. Then I use one of my trucks with the wheel already on it to flatten it out and to really get it to grab the skateboard. And that's what I'm doing right here. Then what you want to do is take something and score the side of it at the very outer top edge. Just take a screwdriver, or like I use the razor blade, and just kind of like sand it down, rub it down to make it easier to cut it, and gets the grip tape to stick better on the edge. And then you want to take just the razor blade itself. Now you can do this in two ways. You can do it the way that I'm doing it, whereas at the beginning of the nose and tail on both sides I cut one slit, so that gives me 4 different pieces of grip tape to cut off. Or you can do it where you just go completely around the skateboard in one cut. So right now I'm just cutting the sides of the skateboard to give me less pieces to cut, and that way I can break the cuts down and make sure that they're all even. Then when you go to cut the grip tape off the skateboard, you want to kind of have it at that where you scored it and at the top edge. But you want the blade to be almost at a 45-degree angle so that you're not just straight up and down and you're not too far into the board, and then just cut completely all of the excess grip tape off of the skateboard. But save the grip tape because you'll be using that in a minute. And then see, there's the baby crawling into the picture. Not even mine in the movie that was on that prevented me from doing the audio while I was doing this. I usually take that piece of grip tape right there that I'm cutting off, fold it in half so it's stuck to itself, and then use it as sandpaper where you cut, just to make sure that there's no like lifting up on the grip tape, to make sure that it's going to stick to the board as best as possible for the duration of your riding enjoyment, until you snap it down a 20 stair doing a 900 tray flip. Next, you want to put the trucks on. What I do is just, I'm not poking all the way through with the bolt. I'm just marking where the holes are so I can come from the top. As you can see. Well, you can't see because it's all pitch black. But, oh, bolt won't go through there, you son of a biscuit eating. So I use a screwdriver. And then I discovered there's actually a little tool on that little screwdriver to poke holes in there. It's amazing. But when you come from the top, what that does is ensure that this grip tape grabs even better right around there, because you don't want any spots where the grip tape can come up from your feet sliding on it. So oh my god, the po-po. Actually, that's my phone. I have a text message. So you just want to do that to all 4 sides. And then after that, you want to go ahead and put the trucks on with the bushings and kingpins facing to the center, because I've heard it's really bad if you place them other than that. Not that I've ever done that, but I can imagine that that would be kind of a crappy ride for you. One thing I have to say about putting the trucks on is that when I do the trucks, I do at the first I do the bottom, the bolt, I tighten that, but for the most part, this time it actually worked out pretty good, but for the most part I don't get the bolts shallow enough or deep enough into the board, and they kind of stick up a little bit, and then as you ride it you have to keep tightening them down. This time it actually worked out, so usually when I do the last tightening, I go from the top to push the bolt further into the wood so that it's kind of flush. And that's pretty much it. I did forget wheels, though after this little fast forwarded part, it will tell you how to put a wheel together. Well, not together, but the bushing, not the bushings. Blah. How to put the bearings in the wheel on the truck. So, enjoy. So I realized I didn't show you how to put bearings and wheels on, so I'm going to do that now, even though it's pretty self-explanatory. Truck, wheel, bearings, bearing spacer, on little washers. One of the little washers will go on the inside, so put that on now. Then the bearings go right there, and one on this side. It's going to be a bitch. Push it in a little bit, and then push it in on the skateboard. As like so. Or, if you have a nifty little skate tool like I do, it has a little bearings pusher on it. So that spacer, bearing, just like so. Spacer fell, so spacer up in the middle of this biatch, and Shazam. Then the other washer, get on there, and then the outside bolt. Now, everybody has a preference. I usually do it, wheel won't move, and then come back just a little bit. There you go. And that's how you put a wheel on.